My name is Misaki, and I'm a student at a local middle school. I don't have a father, and I live with my mother. On this day, I'm home. Mom, you're sleeping again?
Yes, I'm just feeling a bit sluggish.
Again? You always say that. Are you really feeling sluggish?
If I say I'm feeling sluggish, then I am. Anyway, hurry up and start preparing dinner.
I don't mind, but, oh, I need to go shopping first.
Come on, you should have bought something on your way back from school.
But if I take my wallet to school, they'll confiscate it. So, is there anything you want to eat today?
Well, I'd like some homemade croquettes.
I don't like making those, they're such a hassle.
What's that? You asked me what I wanted, so I told you. Whatever, just go and shop quickly, please.
Alright, I got it, I'll make croquettes. I'm off. My mother often left the housework to me while she rested. My parents divorced when I was very young, so I don't really know my father's face. All I know is that they divorced because of my father's infidelity. At least that's what my mother told me. Apparently, I resemble my father, and it seemed like my mother wasn't very interested in me. Then one day,
Misaki, let me introduce you to your new father.
Hey Misaki, I'm Basil. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm Flavia. Misaki, you're younger than me, right? I'm happy to have a little sister. Let's get along well.
Nice to meet you.
Call me Flavia, and in return, I'll call you Misaki too.
Oh, yeah, okay, Flavia.
Oh, Flavia is really kind and sweet.
With things like this, there seems to be no worries about us living together.
That day, my mother suddenly announced she was getting remarried and brought home Basil, who would be my stepfather, and Flavia, who would become my stepsister. Seeing how my mother acted around them, I immediately realized she had been meeting with them regularly. Later that night, I went downstairs because I was thirsty and overheard a conversation.
It took a long time to get to this marriage.
Yes, but we managed to come together without getting caught, right?
Yes. But let's keep it a secret from the kids that we started out having an affair and then got married.
Of course, I couldn't tell my daughter even if my life depended on it.
Yes, let's take this secret to the grave.
So, it was my mother who was having an affair.
How about we toast to our journey from when we met to today?
Oh, wonderful. Let's open a nice bottle of wine.
It seems that my mother and Basil had been involved in an affair for a long time, and the day I found out, I was so shocked I couldn't sleep. Life as a family of 4 began, but my mother started showing clear favoritism towards Flavia.
Flavia, let's go to the department store and you can pick out anything you like. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, isn't Misaki coming too?
She doesn't like going out, so we can just leave her be. Come on, shall we?
What, really?
Misaki, I'll buy you some candy with my allowance, so just wait here, okay?
Flavia, thank you. My mother gradually stopped paying attention to me and focused solely on Flavia. However, Flavia was always kind and considerate, which was my only solace. One day, after returning from school, I'm home. Huh? Mom, you finished work early today?
Quiet, just get started on dinner.
What? Oh, okay.
Really, you're such a thoughtless daughter. You're nothing like Flavia.
You don't need to say it like that. Wait, what's this package?
Don't touch that.
Ouch. That hurt. It's your work stuff? You never used to bring these home. Hey, what happened with this? You can at least tell me the reason.
I got fired. Are you happy now?
Fired? But why all of a sudden?
Why? I should be the one asking that.
Mom, don't slam the desk.
It's your fault. You're getting on my nerves.
That's not fair. I'm just worried about you.
Don't look at me like that. You're becoming more and more like your father. It's infuriating.
That's unreasonable.
Quiet. I should have never had you. Don't show me your hateful face ever again. Get out of this house immediately.
But why? Mom, why are you doing this? I grew tired of my mother's hysterics and decided to really leave home. 15 years later, as I was relaxing at home, the doorbell rang. Yes, who is it?
Misaki, it's your mom. Open up.
Are you sure you've got the right person?
No, I know your voice. Just open the door, please.
Could you not yell? You're bothering the neighbors. So, what brings you here after all this time?
I'm sorry about back then. Please, I'm begging you. Help me?
What? I can't help you even if you kneel down like this. Besides, Why don't you ask Basil and Flavia for help?
That's the thing, Flavia has her own family now. And she doesn't want to associate with someone who could kick out their own child. Basil divorced me because he didn't want to be disliked by Flavia.
Good for her, she made the right decision.
Not good at all. After everything I did for her, this is just cruel. Blood doesn't make a family, I guess. They're so heartless. But you, Misaki, you carry my blood. You'll help me, won't you?
That's a lovely thought, but why would I help you?
Why would you say that?
Do you even know what happened to me after you threw me out? If it weren't for a friend's siblings, I don't know where I'd be now. And now you come here talking about blood ties? That's pretty shameless.
I can't believe you were taken in by neighbors. And to think you had friends, that's surprising.
It's no wonder you didn't know about my friends, given your lack of interest. Anyway, I was helped by my friends, Aya and Daiki.
Well, that's nice. Then, as your mother, I should probably thank them properly.
Don't bother. To me, they are my family, not you. So, that's that. Please leave. There's nothing more to discuss.
What? Don't treat your own mother this way. Friends over family. Don't make me laugh. I am your only family, so you have to let me live here. It's your duty.
15 years ago, I was helped by a sibling pair, Aya and Daiki, who lived nearby. I stayed with them while working part-time, and eventually, I married Daiki. Even after hearing about my circumstances, my mother continued to worry only about herself and finally started to lash out, just as I was considering calling the police.
Hey, stay away from Misaki.
Trying to cozy up to her now. You're some mother. It's disgusting.
What? Who do you think you are?
This is my husband Daiki and my sister-in-law Aya, the siblings who helped me.
That sibling pair. Now you're calling them family. You're married.
Who cares about that right now? What was that all about earlier? I can't believe those were words towards your own daughter.
Yes, I'm sorry. I got carried away. It's been a while since we met.
That's not something you just brush off. Should we get you some help at a hospital?
Don't mock me. Every parent and child has their own way of relating. Don't you dare lecture me. You're barely family.
What? Back to the blood relations again. Typical, coming from someone who kicked out her own blood.
Listen here, young man. Don't you get smart with me.
If anyone's acting childish, it's you. Dumping all your emotions on a child and then kicking her out. You're a failure as a parent.
What? I don't need to hear that from someone who's never had kids. Projecting your dreams onto parents and then getting disappointed is your own fault.
Don't talk like you're high and mighty. You never even gave me basic love. What do you think I felt the day I left home?
Oh, I see, Misaki. You wanted my love? Well then, it's fine. We'll live together from now on, and I'll give you plenty of love.
Don't joke around. That's never going to happen.
We could call the police on you, you know? If you don't like it, leave now.
But who says I'm giving up? I have nothing, no job, no money, no home. I'm desperate. Don't underestimate a cornered person. Misaki is the only one I can turn to. I'm not leaving without a fight.
Saying this, my mother just sat down heavily at the entrance. Then,
What do you mean Misaki is all you can rely on? Didn't you say not to show me a face that looks just like mine?
What? Why are you here?
From what I've heard, it seems like you were the victim. For Misaki's sake, my sister and I managed to find you.
Managed to find him. Who are you people?
Actually, our parents are detectives, so finding people is a piece of cake for us. Honestly, we're even better at detective work than the average detective out there.
What kind of family is this? But why is he coming out of the house now?
why? Because we live together, obviously.
I've heard everything from Misaki about how you didn't take care of her, how you said I was the one who cheated, and how you favored your stepdaughter and kicked Misaki out.
No? That was just because I was fired and I lashed out. I thought she would come back soon anyway.
Lashed out? Is that what a mother does? And why didn't you file a missing persons report when she didn't come back? You didn't care about Misaki at all, did you?
That's not true. Mother-daughter relationships are like this everywhere.
Hey, who made you the standard for everyone else? In our family, none of the awful things you did ever happened.
That's because you were lucky. A loving mother is just a fantasy. Mothers like me are a dime a dozen.
Really? That sounds like a real dystopia.
Don't talk about being a parent when you can't even control your own emotions. You've never done anything befitting a parent. And now you suddenly claim to be a parent. Know some shame.
After being spoken to like that by her father, My mother's face turned bright red with anger.
The one who should be ashamed is you. You haven't done anything for Misaki either, yet you think you're forgiven. This is just absurd.
When Daiki and the others found my father, I was initially bewildered. But he hugged me and apologized over and over again. He cried and said he was sorry for not being able to see me, over and over. That's nothing like you, who just took child support and left me to fend for myself.
What? I didn't just take child support. That's not true.
Don't lie. You dumped all the household chores on Misaki, didn't you? And then you used the child support money to go out and have fun with Basil, right?
Daiki, you mean Misaki took care of everything, right? How it's hard to tell who was the parent here.
Talking all high and mighty. What's wrong with enjoying my life? A mother is a person do. I want to have fun and take it easy. Why do I have to be criticized just for that?
Really? Just that? You made her do all the housework from when she was in elementary school until you kicked her out. And you call that just a little?
Typical, coming from someone who kicked out her own daughter. That's really big of you.
Mocking me. It would have been better if you hadn't picked her up. Then she would have come back home and everything would have been fine. What are you going to do about ruining someone else's family?
Don't be ridiculous. Then take responsibility for ruining Misaki's life. Since reuniting with Misaki, I've regretted not taking her in myself, no matter what it took. It's a shame that any part of Misaki's life was wasted because of you.
Because of someone like you. Mocking me. Misaki, it's you. It's all your fault. If it weren't for you, by now it'd be.
As my mother, enraged, tried to grab me.
Stop right there. If you insist on going through with this, you'll have to deal with me.
What? My arms, they won't move.
You should give up on resisting. My sister's grip strength is in the triple digits.
What? Are you some kind of monster?
To think you would try to harm Misaki. I won't forgive this. I'm calling the police now.
Wait, please. No police. I'm telling you, I can't do anything anymore. Besides, it's all water under the bridge, isn't it? That was years ago. Just forgive me already.
How could I possibly forgive you? Because of you, I couldn't do anything typical students do. I couldn't participate in clubs or hang out after school because of all the housework. And to top it all off, you kicked me out saying you wished you hadn't had me. I won't ask for my time back, but I will never forgive you.
That was because I was on edge from losing my job. We're family, aren't we? Let's let bygones be bygones.
My family is Daiki, Aya, my in-laws, and my father only. You are not my family. Never call yourself my mother again.
Oh, I hear sirens. Looks like your ride is almost here.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Remember this?
What? She tried to break free despite risking a fracture. Thought you could escape from me.
Aya, thank you, that's enough.
Misaki, are you sure we should let her go?
Yes, I've said what I needed to say, and I don't think she'll come back. Anger, revenge, all that messy stuff, we don't need it.
Ha, that's just like you, Misaki.
Got it? All right then, let's throw a big party today.
Thus, we returned home without chasing after my fleeing mother. Later, with nowhere to go, she began sleeping in the park. She survived on water from the park for a few days, but this was not sustainable, and she eventually resorted to shoplifting at a nearby convenience store. After being caught during one of her thefts and due to the high likelihood of reoffending, she was sentenced to prison. Although she had found a place to stay and food, she received harsh treatment from other inmates in the prison where social hierarchy was determined by one's crimes. She was burdened with menial tasks, had her food taken away, and finally lashed out in frustration. Consequently, she could not escape being at the beck and call of senior inmates, and fighting only extended her sentence, leading to a seemingly endless hellish existence. As for us, the family.
Ta-da! A luxurious yakiniku set.
Whoa, that's a lot, sis.
Yeah, really, it's nothing but meat as far as the eye can see.
I feel like this is going to be heavy on the stomach.
Haha. Good meat won't cause indigestion. Here, it's grilled.
Can you eat this half-cooked? Whoa, seriously delicious.
Hey, Daiki, make sure it's well cooked, or you'll get a stomachache.
It's fine. We'll deal with that if it happens.
Ha, Aya's always so energetic. Oh, I really am feeling it in my stomach.
Since then, we've been having a barbecue party at home. Aya really went all out and bought nearly 10 kilos of meat. True to her lavish style, the dining table was crammed with delicious-looking meat, and there was not a single vegetable in sight. According to Aya, eating animals that consume vegetables is practically the same as eating vegetables herself. I definitely think that's not the case. While watching Dad hold his stomach as more and more meat was grilled, we spent a delightful and enjoyable time together.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.